Hi everyone, today we're streaming the 0.9 License to Kill update for Phantom Brigade. My name is Nikita, I'm a junior designer here at BYG, and with me today is Jared.
Hi everyone, Jared here, and looking forward to seeing more of the story of the Whiskey family.
Yeah, it's exciting. Plenty of new things to show this update. And speaking of them, one of those things is the new draft event. So we'll start off from here and then see where it takes us. So as the event says, the message appears in the private channel from someone claiming to be of a local guerrilla group, requesting help from the Phantom Brigade. According to this agent, it's a big job, high risk, with not much time to prepare. The guerrillas don't have enough fighters to handle this on their own, but they will support the brigade in any way they can.
What do you think?
Ask your pilot.
Could be a trap, but what if it's not?
Well, we'll see. So we get a couple of options here. So we can investigate the lead and kind of meet the guerrilla agents, or we can just sort of donate the supplies and kind of move on. But that wouldn't make for... Let's investigate, see what's up. So that's kind of leads us to the next thing that we've added this update, which is the objectives. So now, as you play through the campaign and events pop up or different things happen, you will be able to tell, not only keep track of them, but you will be able to tell kind of what you should be doing with those objectives, and also where they are on the map. So this is an example of one of them, which is the Liberate the Capital objective that you get quite early in the campaign, and sort of gives you some general information about why this objective is important and kind of how you should go about getting to it. Maybe some hints as well on what could be useful. And as I showed here, you can click on this icon here to it will highlight the objective and move your camera to it. So in the case of the draft event, we need to get to this RP point and see what guerrillas have prepared for us.
And while we get over there, let's just say hi to the folks in chat. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, we got a lot of people. We got Pugis, we have Mike 10, JP, we have Seth. Seth wishes everyone a magnificent Monday to everyone. Very much thanks for that. Yes, good pun. Magnificent. Hey, it's Winsa. Hello, Duke Moose, and Macaroni.
Cool. So we reached the rendezvous point, and we're meeting with one of the agents from the guerrilla forces. An agent is awaiting you at the your arrival at the rendezvous point.
Didn't think you'd show, but we're grateful you did,
he says.
Now, here's the situation.
A guerrilla spy recently uncovered a plan to draft civilians from the homeland into the enemy army. Now they've gotten word of a village that has been raided nearby, with villagers packed aboard a convoy headed to the border.
Our intel states that they're gonna make a stop en route, which would be a good time for an ambush,
he says, drumming his fingers on the base of his rifle.
Only problem is, we don't know the precise time. You could end up running into a fully fortified camp.
So, it looks like we got a bit more information on what's happening with the guerrillas and what they're up to. And we'll probably end up helping them, but we sort of get a couple of options here. We can, again, just sort of contribute to their cause and give them some supplies and move on. We could also decline if we think it's too risky or quite far into the enemy province. But we'll trust them for now. We'll help them. So it looks like we need to help them with this camp here, where the civilians have been moved. We'll ignore this poor convoy for now. We'll chase it down later to help the guerrillas. Bringing them home. With the guerrilla forces following several paces behind you, your team approaches the stopover point. You've gotten the drop on them. It looks like half of their units are out on patrol, and the ones left guarding the convoys are unaware of you.
Okay, sorry. I'm just this is our guy. We've got guerrillas backing us up. If we go in head on, the enemy won't be ready for us.
Says your pilot. Your radio crackles as the guerrilla agent adds.
But if you want a quieter approach, our guerrillas can cause a diversion and split the remaining forces that are guarding the convoy. This means fewer enemies the brigade has to deal with, and we get to keep the villagers out of harm's way. Your call, boss, but make it soon.
Your pilot nods.
The patrol will be due back at any moment.
Okay, so looks like we got a jump on them. And we get a couple of options here. One is the Frontal Assault, and the other one is the Stealth Assault. And it looks like we'll be limited to 2 units this combat, and I think we'll go with the Frontal Assault. But there is, kind of hinting to chat, there is different scenarios attached to each of those options. They're quite different in the way they play out, so if you want to, you should try the Stealth scenario maybe, when you get it in the game. Okay, so rush them, you signal to your team and to the guerrillas to get ready for the charge. It will be an all-out firefight. But you've gotten the element of surprise on your side. Deep breaths, mutters your pilot quietly. You've done this before, just another mission. Okay. Now, we need to pick our units. Let's see. What would be a good choice for this mission? I think I'll pick like a Vanguard unit with Whiskey Jr. volunteering straight into the fight. And then let's see, Juggernaut, Artillery Guardian. Maybe we should go with the Launcher Primary. Sniper Rifle Blade. Should be okay. Yeah, let's go with this loadout, see how it goes.
Mike 10's JP says, Whiskey Jr., please don't go.
Well, that's the job. So, and they even volunteered. They jumped in right into the mech, ready for fight. Okay, so one of the key additions with the new scenarios is we'd also added quite a few comms messages that sort of pop up from the enemy forces and from the brigade or guerrillas. And in the case of this scenario, we also get to commandeer tanks that are provided by guerrilla forces to help us with the invaders.
Wow, and tanks. Yeah, I know we often get some requests about whether you will have the opportunity to control stuff like tanks or the elevated tanks.
Yep. Well, maybe helping guerrillas enough, they will get better equipment as well. So maybe future scenarios can feature additional mechs from guerrilla forces or elevated tanks. So, and then we have 2 of our units. Let's see what the enemies have. They have a leader unit with a shotgun and shield, another shotgun and shield lighter unit, and then plasma repeater. And I think that would be the, yeah, that's the stagger weapon, plus a missile launcher and 1 elevated tank. Okay, so it's not too bad. They're about the same levels. The leader is slightly tougher with level 9, so but it should be fine. Let's see.
Should be fine, Nikita.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we have the sniper rifle. Let's lure them towards our tanks. Tanks in general are not very fast, especially these long-range tanks. They can move a bit, but they're better kept stationary, because then their accuracy substantially improves. So what we will do is we'll set them up in a good position and then try to lure the enemy towards them. And we get 2 of these like long-range tanks and then 1 tank that is very speedy, and it has an AA gun turret that also more accurate when the tank is stationary. And in general, this tank is much faster as well than the heavy turret ones. Okay, so sniper mech in position. And we will try to take out probably this missile mech, because if they get a hit on our tanks, it won't be too good. We want to keep the tanks alive. I doubt guerrilla forces would be happy if we get those tanks scratched.
Yeah, with those tanks, like you said, you're trying to keep them in stationary as much as possible, so their accuracy doesn't drop. So, yeah, that missile mech on the other side is going to be pretty dangerous for them.
Yeah, and we don't want to upset guerrilla forces. We want to stay on their good side. Maybe they can help us with other missions in the future. So, really don't want to lose their pilots and lose their equipment. Okay, so a pretty peaceful round. Just kind of moving into position.
Knocking over some trees. Ooh, nice hit.
Yeah, sort of. Okay, let's see. So I think we'll try. Let's see what's the range is at. So you can see this is the range and accuracy of the tanks when they're idle. And then if we just show pure movement action, they become much less accurate. Lose most of their accuracy.
Not that long range.
Not that long, but they will move closer to us, and we can take some pot shots before that. Tanks are in general pretty good with heat, so we should be able to queue quite a few of those actions.
Winsa asks whether I think the guerrilla losses per mission carry over to later missions.
They don't carry over in the same sense like they do with Phantom Brigade, but guerrillas will get upset if you lose their tanks. And in future missions that might have more consequences.
So in general, the core, I guess, campaign of Phantom Brigade is not meant to have something linear. It's supposed to be something a bit more character and player driven, where the game will have a lot more of these narrative events and a lot more of these like so far the narrative events haven't had that much impact on the actual gameplay or like the mission itself, or not as much, but with some new things that are on the back end, we're able to have missions that are just more involved, like the one that we have right now, as well as the other assassination mission, which you can try at home as well.
Yeah, the assassination mission is pretty tough. Like, it's probably one of the most difficult scenarios that we have in the game. And in general, I would suggest being very prepared before you go into it. It's definitely a challenge. And there's also quite a lot of drama happening during that scenario as well.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it, so go try that at home.
Yes. I'll stop providing details.
Disclaimer: please do not try assassinations at home. Yes, I agree. We want you to try the assassination narrative event in the game.
Yes.
Good one, Seth. Yeah. So, if you have played something like Wildermyth that has a whole bunch of different narrative events, it's just been on my mind because I've been playing a lot of it recently, and yeah, you kind of build your own story with all these different scenarios that can happen. Yeah, and once we know that a lot of people, like every week we talk about the pilot update and when pilots will have more personality and like a lot more to them. Yeah, that is coming. There's work being done on it, and it will come.
Yeah, it takes time. It's sort of one step at a time. And we've been doing quite a few improvements to our scenario and narrative event tools, like the objectives that we added to Overworld. That's something that's been requested for quite a long time. So slowly but surely we'll build out those tools, and the narrative events and scenarios will become more and more sophisticated.
Yep. Fortunately, mechs and Phantom Brigade don't exist in real life, so I am pretty safe in my house because I will not be blasted due to casualties. And Duke Mook says, consult your doctor before trying assassinations at home. Side effects may include undercover police and jail, or maybe a Netflix series. Uh-oh.
Yes. Big yikes.
Yeah, we only condone destruction in the game.
Yep. Okay. Took a while to plan this, but it's a bit of a convoluted turn. So
okay. Let us know what your plan is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk you through it. So all the tanks and the sniper rifle unit keeps attacking this mech. We want to get it out of the equation because it will take tanks will take quite a lot of damage from missiles if they start focusing them. And then the two shield mechs I will leave till the end so I can prioritize their weapon instead of wasting ammo on their shield. And I'm sort of positioning my AA tank and my assault rifle tank, or assault rifle mech, to their right or to their left, so no, to the right, so I can start attacking from the side where there is the weapon and not the shield. And if we manage to get their weapon destroyed, they will probably eject. So that's what we want. We want that sweet leader unit loot.
Okay, so let's see it. See if we can take out that missile enemy over there.
Yeah, I doubt it will happen this turn, but ouch. Didn't account for the guerrilla forces shooting us in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
another small hit. Oh, those missiles are going for him.
Yeah, and I don't think...
That's not Whiskey Junior, so it's fine.
It's not whiskey, so it's fine. But
oh,
this
boy.
unit... Yeah, this unit... They don't have dash, so they won't be able to dash from those missiles. But we might be able to sort of like pivot to the side, maybe? We'll see how well this goes. If we should be able to stop, so all of those missiles will miss. Okay, cool. Yeah, we did like a small side step.
Ooh, you juked the missiles there, or at least some of them.
Yeah, it's like juking a punch. Okay, and as planned here...
Ah, nice, you got the right arm.
Yep, the combination of the Gorilla Tank and our Whiskey Junior got the arm, so this mech will eject and we'll get all the leader. Awesome. So we're getting all the leader parts intact, or almost all of them, minus the assault rifle. But that will allow us to salvage a lot more stuff at the end of combat. And I think I will try to move this unit to safety, just so they could replenish some of their... those missiles don't look too good. Let's duck under them, so all of them will run into the ground. And then this tank, or... Yeah, this is a quite tough unit, but we should be able... The tanks should be now in perfect range of all of those units, so we should be able to finally put out quite a bit of fire.
Yeah, those guerrilla forces, you can see them overheating. They didn't know what they were signing up for when they joined Commander Nikita.
Well, it's part of the deal. Okay, so we want to reposition this AA tank and maybe sort of match its movement with this mech, so we can keep attacking it as they run. And also doing the same thing as the wood leader mech, we're focusing on the right side instead of the side that has the shield. So if we can, well, Whiskey will do the same, where there's this nice opening here. And we'll see if we can get the weapon. And one of the benefits of fighting with guerrilla forces is because their tanks are lower, we should be able to shoot over them.
Oh, interesting.
It's pro strat. Let's see.
Okay, we have. Oh yeah, we have Winsa saying that they want to be put in a mech. Well, I don't know if you want to be put in one of Nikita's mechs. And yeah, it's hard out there in the hills with no cover. And yeah, Crazy Hippie, congrats on defeating the capital,
Congrats.
getting through an official campaign. It's the one that you've had, the save that you've had since the beginning of early access, I think.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and that.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, something that we try to do is make sure that the saves don't break from update to update. We really want everyone to keep their saves and sort of be able to build that story with all of the characters.
And that answers Chubstock's question: will old saves gain new content on an update? And yeah, like a Crazy Hippie and Nikita have said, yes, we try to make sure that the saves don't break. And yeah, the fact that Crazy Hippie has had that save for 8 updates is a good sign.
Yeah, so tanks in position, keep firing at this mech, hopefully we'll crash their legs. Amazing.
Ooh.
So this, that 7 HP is not looking very good, but at least they won't be firing at us. So maybe, if we're lucky enough, I pivot my mech forward to these projectiles, so all of them, like, we have a higher chance of receiving shots in the top and bottom part of the body. So that should give us a better chance of survive, or give the arms on that mech a better chance of surviving. And then all of these missiles. Oh
wow, what a dodge!
It's like you could see the missile like bouncing around in between the armor. And as I said here, you can see how because we're fighting with tanks, we can actually combine the fire from the tank and from Whiskey Jr. And
nice.
Did the same thing as with the leader unit, where we destroyed their arm, so they will eject as well.
Does that mean we're done already? Oh.
No,
you lost the right.
Yeah, and there's one tank, I think, left. Yeah.
One elevated tank over there.
Yep. So, let's see. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, didn't dodge everything. He lost his right arm, right? Your X-ray?
Yeah, these missiles are very persistent. Like, these tiny missiles, they don't do a lot of damage and not as accurate, but they are very, very persistent. If you get a good trajectory going on them. I also use the melee action just because we don't have dodge but have melee. I managed to do melee, and when we do that, the missiles, it's much easier to dash away from them pretty much.
Using melee action as a pseudo dash.
Yeah, because we want this unit to be quite light. So I didn't want to put what would you say, thrusters on it, because they take up some of the energy from the tank, from the unit, which means that they will be slower. And we really want to keep the sniper units mobile, and usually I don't move them that much, or I don't dash them as much anyway. It's more of a ground sniper unit rather than the one that would jump on top of buildings. We still have this mech though, the one that we destroyed the legs from. So we'll see if we can get at it as well with the tank. The update will be coming out tomorrow, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, Tuesdays. Updates come out on the Tuesdays. 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay, so I'll let the tanks finish that mech, and then we'll use our lighter tank to start firing at this elevator tank. And this unit will eject. We'll move Whiskey Jr. into position to also start attacking this tank. And I think they will prioritize the mechs. And this scenario as well is an interesting example of how AI works in the game, because the tanks are relatively weak compared to mechs. The enemies will actually not start targeting them too early. They're like, oh, puny tanks, not a threat. But then, as you might know, if you leave the tanks alive for long enough, the damage will accrue.
Crazy Hippie asks if we've already shown off the workshop stuff. Nope, not yet.
Nope, not yet. Oh, I will show it after this. Let's see how this goes.
Ooh. Took out that elevated tank.
Ooh. And do another pseudo dash with the
Are they
weapon.
here for cargo? Security team, make sure they don't breach our defenses.
Yeah, we're saving civilians. Don't want them to be recruited into the enemy forces.
Where are the civilians though, Nikita? Because if they're in the buildings and we were destroying the buildings.
We're not destroying it. Look at this. Not a single point of damage to any building.
Nice. That's a first.
Well, something that we want to try to add maybe in the foreseeable future is making sure that buildings become objectives to some degree. So maybe you want to destroy them to prevent certain things, or the opposite of like actually not destroying them. So potentially in the future. But the plan with the frontal assault is to eliminate all the hostiles in the area with the help of guerrilla forces. So this way, whilst like the reinforcements tries to come in, or like we pretty much win the base for ourselves and then rescue all civilians after. But the stealth mission is quite different, where you actually need to save the civilians during the mission.
Yeah, people say you're very proud of yourself. No building damage at all.
Yeah.
Sat with those flashbacks of a beam laser mowing down an entire town.
Well, it's previous update. I'm a changed person now. Need to swap those things. You know, one update we leveled the town completely, the other update we saved the town. Good PR.
Yeah, Winsa says that they noticed that Nikita isn't very concerned with heat management.
Oh. Well, it's like a little bit of heat damage here, a little bit of heat damage there. There is enough armor. You can see like the tanks just like heating up at the rim. It's okay.
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 Nice.
Mission.
We backed them into a corner and saved the civilians.
Yeah, and look at all of this sweet, sweet loot. Okay, so that because we
Lots of blue
didn't,
stuff.
yeah, and because we didn't destroy the that armor from the commander unit, we actually get to salvage it for cheap instead of what would be the destroyed version. So destroyed parts cost 30 to salvage, whilst intact one cost 15. So it's way cheaper to salvage intact stuff. Let's see what we can grab. I definitely want my sniper rifle, and expensive.
That is expensive.
I really like the sniper rifle because it has damage 3 modifier on it, so I'll take it, but I'll abandon the legs and actually swap them out for the new legs that I got from this mission, which are level 9 instead of level 8. Or they're not Bane, so not as good at with heat management, but it's okay. They have composite plating as well, which is nice. Let's see, what else can we grab? This is all level 9 stuff, which is good. This is Nox lore, and this is Arrow. I think I don't really want Nox, so it's fine, we can leave it. Even though it's rare, oh, it has dissipation +3. You know what? I'll take the Nox instead of the. Oh, it's expensive though. Let's see what other stuff can we take before I make that choice. Yeah, I'll take Nox instead of the Bane legs. That will be an upgrade with the dissipation +3. It's pretty good. And then maybe I'll take these legs as well and put it on some other unit. And then this tower shield is pretty good as well. And then we can, yeah, salvage these. Okay, that looks pretty good.
How are people liking the new salvage change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be good to get feedback, thoughts from the community. We're always welcome that. Okay, so we rescued the civilians. The smoke clears through your headset. You hear the voices of the villagers rooted in a chorus of confusion and uncertainty, murmurs of disbelief, and then cheering.
Yeah. Let's get back to the rendezvous point, boss,
says the pilot. You can hear the smile in their voice.
Then we can take him home.
Yep, so let's head back to the rendezvous point. Okay, so this unit is repairing, and okay, so back to the rendezvous point we go. Home again. At the rendezvous point, the guerrilla agent looks happy to see you.
Most of our fighters are patching themselves up,
he says.
But we wanted to thank you. I reckon there'll be stories of the Brigade bursting through fire to save the day for years to come.
The both of your part ways with the hefty salute. Okay, so we leave, we gain some hope and some supplies. Amazing.
Yay.
Very nice. Very good. Okay, so we want to, let's see, this is our...
Do they mention that the fire was from Nikita overheating their tanks?
Details.
Happy gorilla noise. That's a good one. This is where we listen to the playlist.
Oh, the fire playlist.
Yeah, Nikita's favorite jams to overheat your mechs to.
Okay, so next part we'll show the workshop, which is a new thing that we added this update. Right now, because this is a new save, we don't really have much in this workshop, or it's the continuation of the previous save that we did last update, but kind of with new content in it. But as you can see in the workshop, you can construct different things using projects. So at the start of the game, you get an Elburst set project that you can build as many of parts as you want, an assault rifle project, and a mech frame project. All of them take some time to build, and they require some supplies to actually construct them. And let's say with the mech frame, let's try building a new one, and you can see because the last liberated province that we have captured is level 7, that's the level of the part that we will build. In the case of mech frames, it's not too important, but in the case of armors and weapons, we probably want to wait until we liberate this province before we start building cool new stuff. So it's a bit more useful. Then with something like Elburst sets, or armor sets, you can also switch between making the upper body part, the lower body part, or the arms, and they will take different amount of time and supplies to build. And then in the case of weapons, assault rifle project will give you a random assault rifle, but in certain other cases like MGs, you can pick whether you want a heavy MG or a light MG or a medium MG weapon. So it gives you quite a lot of things to build, and in the case of these default projects, you can build them as many as you like, but other projects that you discover in the campaign map as you fight convoys, let's say, or attack enemy bases, those will be limited uses. So you might only be able to build, for example, one marksman rifle from that project, and after that the project will be used up. We also have some amazing animations from Pete and the workshop, models from Pavel, and really cool holograms from Aaron.
Yeah. The whole thing like adds a lot of flavor and theming, I think. Yeah, okay, well, we have a few questions. Firstly, about the projects. From Winsa, are the projects always common outputs, or do they have a chance at uncommon or rare? That's a very good question. Nikita, you want to get into that?
Yep, so with this update, all the projects are common at the moment, but that's something that we're planning to add in this, like in the update that we're working on now, where after it, all projects you will get a different range of projects from common to uncommon to rare. And they will also cost different resources depending on what kind of project it is.
And how will people be able to obtain more valuable or higher quality projects?
It will depend on what kind of entities you attack on the overworld, right? So, for example, you might encounter a convoy and they will probably have some pretty good stuff, but maybe also a base would have different kind of projects. Then there are also other entities that are quite interesting. So for example, there's like research facilities that you can run into on the overworld, and they would probably drop some more unique stuff, but usually depending on the kind of challenge you encounter in combat, you usually will get better stuff, similar to how salvaging from mechs work. Maybe you get some projects you also get as rewards from completing events. So
yeah, so Uncross, we'll get to your question in a sec, but first we'll continue talking about the projects. And yeah, Mike 10 says, so this means we have to find blueprints throughout the game?
Yes.
So in general, the projects and workshop, they are a different way. They're like a separate way of being able to get the loot that you want, or the equipment that you want. On one hand, you can just get it from fighting battles and then salvaging, but then because like you're never sure what you might actually find when you go into a battle, like what kinds of things that the enemies are going to have, then it's kind of a role to get exactly what you're looking for. And that's where the projects and the workshop comes in, trying to give you a bit more control in a different way to get the parts that you're looking for. And Seth asks, can we use looted equipment, for example a mech part, to unlock it to build as a build project? Is there any plans for something like that, Nikita?
I don't believe there is at the moment, but we're still experimenting with the projects and how they work. So potentially, if we see that as a better alternative to how the projects work now, we might switch it. So definitely give it a try when the update releases tomorrow, and give us feedback in the Discord channel. We're really looking forward to seeing people experiment with these new features and seeing and hearing what they think about them.
And Pugas asked, are weapon-specific projects gated to the faction which would drop the weapon normally?
Not at the moment. You pretty much get somewhat random projects, or you get projects and then they can spawn random parts. But again, that's something that we're experimenting with. It's like different projects providing different things. So if that's something that you notice that would improve your experience, again, feel free to give us feedback either through the, I think it's the Shift tab. Yep, the Shift tab menu for submitting feedback, or on our Discord channel. We also usually have, just to note as well, we have the experimental branch that comes out earlier, about like half a sprint earlier, I think, usually. So that's another great opportunity to give us feedback as we're working on those features. For example, expanding the new, like adding rare projects which we're working on now. When the experimental releases, that might be a good opportunity to give us feedback if you like the way they are now, which could potentially influence how we balance them or design them.
Yeah, it also, like, having another system to get loot. It allows for like different kinds of rewards too. Like you could get into a narrative event or special mission where they tell you that if you do this thing, then you'll have the opportunity to get like, or you could have a reward that's like a special blueprint or a special project, for example. Stuff like that.
Yep, definitely. So we'll see how we get projects from the convoys. I'll try attacking it.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll take on this convoy, see what we get. And yeah, Uncrossed asked, music in the game is incredibly good. Is it the final soundtrack, or will there be more tracks in the future?
We usually keep adding quite a few new audio tracks for different parts of the game. I'm not sure if we'll add more soundtracks, probably. But in general, Riley did an amazing job with the soundtrack. It's really good.
Oh, there's Riley in chat saying more tracks. Yes, Riley is always working or trying to think of new places to have tracks and new tracks. So yes.
Well, that answers the question.
Yes, and Riley is the composer on Phantom Brigade. So please go check out his stuff. If you want to drop me a link to plug Riley, you can DM me in Slack and I'll drop it in the Twitch chat. Okay, going back to some project questions, we have Pugus asking, are projects only going to be single subsystems at a time, or we could get a ultra rare project for a single fully kitted out Uber mech?
At the moment it's just individual parts, but nothing's stopping us from creating a project like that. Maybe it could be a quite rare project that you get from some interesting location where it would make sense to have something like that. But in general, at the moment, they're just individual parts and subsystems that you can build.
Yeah, I've dropped the Riley linked me from his Bandcamp, the Phantom Brigade EP, which you can go buy there from his Bandcamp. And yeah, System Chalk also linked just the Riley's general Bandcamp account. Okay, we have, just a quick question here. Milan said that they just started playing yesterday. How do pilots regain morale? Morale works that it tends towards 0, towards neutral. So if you are at below 0, then like if it's negative, then they will tend towards 0.
Yep. And then
but if you're above, then it'll go down.
Yeah. So generally, like you would get an event or something along those lines, and pilots would be quite happy about it. I think there is a birthday event where they celebrate, or when you liberate a province, you can boost their we call it fatigue instead of morale, so they get quite well rested. And then as they fight battles, or if they get concussed in combat or ejected from their mech, they kind of get a little bit more stressed and fatigued from all of that and start gradually losing that bonus. And that transfers into combat, where the more fatigued your pilot is, the easier it is to concuss them. And the opposite is true as well. If they're quite well rested, then they're a bit more resilient to concussion.
And Mr. Chaz asked, quick question, can I rebind the keyboard commands? I have a 10 keyless keyboard and can't hide the UI.
At the moment, sadly not, but that's definitely something that's on our list to add.
Yeah, that's definitely a must before it'll be released on Steam. We have Mike 10 asking for more camo based liveries, thinks that they would look good in the forest, and yeah, after Nikita's added all these trees, I agree. We should have like a fall colored one, like fall camo with these fall trees.
There is camo is something that actually is somewhat already in the game, but it's currently cannot be configured. So as soon as we get a bit more time to sort of do these kind of that's interesting. As soon as we had a bit more time to add these sort of things, then yeah, we'll add them in when we get to polishing. Because at the moment we're sort of focusing on wrapping up a lot of these big systems and then switching more to content production.
We have... Okay, let's see your... Ooh, nice shot there. And Mr. Chaz says disco.
Taking quite a bit of damage here. Might want to start moving. This mech, I think it's a bit underpowered for this fight.
Uh-oh.
But they are now very light because they lost their main weapon and an arm. So they will go grab stuff instead of fighting.
That's not Whiskey Jr.
No, that's not. Let's see where Whiskey is. Yeah. Whiskey's somewhere here. Okay, Whiskey's there. Yeah, let's repurpose this mech to go and run and grab stuff. They're pretty light, so they should be able to do this pretty quickly. I also don't really want to fight this too much because it's a relatively challenging fight. We'll try to just grab the loot and get out of here.
Winsa says it's nice to see Nikita's playstyle because I'm very heat and damage adverse. Yeah, Nikita's the opposite, clearly. He's heat and damage prone.
Oh, this is heat and damage conservative. Like this, it could get much better. Maybe to the end of the stream when I get a bit more warmed up with combat. Okay, looks like everyone has directions. Let's do this. Okay, this unit's done. Whiskey just got shot by a missile, not ideal. This unit got bombarded by a volley of missiles, and it looks like, yeah, got them right in the back. Not good.
1,000 damage. That's
okay. Let's start. Yeah, it's well, they're lighter now. It was a heavy mech, now it's a medium mech. So
all in a day's work.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess this is one thing about the new salvage system, that it makes it not as favorable to just run in, lose some parts, and like so that you can get better parts from the convoy. Since you also may want to like rebuild your old parts.
Yeah, and it's a bit more difficult as well to sort of do this kind of sacrificial mech raiding parties. Whiskey taking some damage as well. Because usually it's a bit more expensive to salvage parts that you lost in combat. So you sort of need to make a choice then. Is it worth going into combat and losing some parts and then not even being able to salvage the cool new stuff because you want to recover your old parts, or do you want to commit and actually get those new parts? So there's definitely a trade-off that players would need to balance between sort of getting cool new stuff versus yeah, it's much better to be safe and then being able to actually not lose parts and move your mechs to the retreat zone rather than losing all of that stuff. This is a light mech, so we will be able to drag it across the ground all the way to the loot zone. And we'll keep shooting at this unit as we do it.
Okay, Mr. Chaz asked, will this update make many or any balance changes? Currently feeling like melee is OP.
Currently this update doesn't do any changes to the melee weapons. Some of them are quite powerful, especially the axes, and will probably reduce their damage and sort of how powerful they are a little bit, and then buff some of the other weapons. But some of the melee weapons can be a bit more difficult to use. Like this, for example, this unit had 2 melee weapons and they're now sitting without an arm. So it's definitely a trade-off in a lot of cases where you need to be quite careful about how you approach the enemy units, and also when you use melee weapons.
Okay, let's see this turn. See how much more damage Nikita's mechs are going to take. Ooh. Wow. Oh, they just fall through the...
Yep.
Wow,
just
that's cool.
Punch them all the way through the bridge.
Nice.
Oh, but we crashed. Oh, I thought... Oh well. That will not crash.
Well, it would look cool.
Cool points. Okay, so this is not good, the way we're getting flanked here. So can we do some shenanigans here?
You're gonna run downstairs and then dash back up?
When did they shoot? Okay, they're shooting right at the end. Bit annoying.
Can you get down faster at all? Yeah, like right there. That might be enough time.
Okay, so they will start firing here.
Oh,
so
then they'll hit the ledge, the corner.
Yeah, they'll hit the ledge, and then the thing is, I need to be here at the end of the turn, and I really don't want to stick around for any longer in this area. Will they be able to take level 9 2 shots, and then at the beginning of the turn maybe we can do something like...
What if you just crash into them on...
They're heavy.
Like... Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, it won't work out in my favor in this case. You know what? I think we'll let that unit start moving to the retreat zone with some of the other damaged units, and then Whiskey can finish the job there. And we'll send the sniper mech to support them. Something like this. See if we can... maybe not the mech. Let's go for the tank instead. Have a bit better range there. What does this missile unit is doing? They're shooting at Whiskey. Oh, it's a heavy. Okay, need to be careful there.
Yep.
Heavy units are not very good for armor. Okay, this tank is disabled. This unit is taking some hits. And then we still have one turn until we can retreat, so I'll just sort of clump our units around the retreat point whilst we wait for that. Sometimes that can really catch you off guard if you grabbed all the stuff but then you need to wait for several turns for the retreat point. It can really backfire. I think that happened to us like once on one of the streams. We were sort of stuck in the retreat zone, hugging the wall as we were getting bombarded by missiles. Okay. And then this unit... they're fast enough, so we'll move them here, and then let's see, start moving them around. How far can we go? Probably somewhere here. Then you cannot do anything, you cannot do anything. That is okay. Okay, their shield is down, which is good. We'll start dealing more damage to the core. Whiskey's...
Oh, good block. Oh.
Oh. It's okay. It's fine.
Wow.
Okay, they will check.
Good shielding. There were a lot of shots there.
Yeah, shielded all those minigun shots. And we got both of the loot zones, so we can finally run back. And then you're going to retreat. You're going to retreat. Ooh, what are you doing? You're ejecting. That's okay. The battlefield starting to become a bit smoky.
At least we don't have the sad music.
Oh no! The legs! With the bullets raining above.
Wow, look how many bullets there are.
Okay, retreat. We got the loot. No point in staying. Yeah, just to be sure, so they don't collide into each other. Like this.
Okay, gonna get out.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Mr. Chaz. And good luck on your future battles.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So we got quite a few projects. Very good, very good. And then some... very good. Some rare weapons. Some
rare saber.
Yeah, and all of this stuff is free because it came from the loot caches. Let's see. That's actually... This saber is level 10 and our old one was level 8. So I actually don't even want to get it back because we got a better one. So that's pretty convenient, and I think their range distance is an okay modifier. It's not too shabby. Then we already have legs. Proof reactor is something I want. Excellent gyros, I'll take both of those. They're very nice. That's the benefit of having fight tanks. They usually have some subsystems that are quite nice that we can grab. Then let's see. What do I want? We'll probably want some supplies so we can start building more stuff in the workshop and show how these work. So let's see what intact parts we can salvage first. And that should give us plenty of supplies to start building things. So it's already 154. And then I really like this Tsubasa arm, so I'll save it. And then the shotgun is okay, but I more... okay, maybe we're not... What do I want to sacrifice? Is there any better arms? Arrow common, not ideal. Maybe... Level 9... Let's... What do we want to do here? Let's not salvage... let's salvage this. Okay, this looks good. Grab all of this stuff. Units repairing, mechs frame are building. Okay. Let's repair all the stuff, and whilst it's happening, we can see the workshop. So, we got quite a few new things. We got the Elber set, which we already have, so that's okay. And then we also got the Incendiary weapon primary that we can build. We got a missile launchers, and I think I'll build one of those. And you can see we used up one of the charges, so that's the only one we can build. And actually we might as well build all the new things that we got. And we got 2 charges for the secondary missile launchers. We might get one of those sweet missile launchers that shoot one big missile. Those are usually pretty good, so I think we'll stick with that. Let's see, so we have plenty of things happening in this view. We'll hide it for a bit. And then... What do you think, Jared? What should we do next? Maybe chat can suggest?
Yeah, we have another suggestion here. Martin Boxberg says salvage screen needs to show the current salvage values. We talked about that a few streams back.
Yep. That's something that's, again, something on our list, and as we start improving those, as we start improving the resources and views and just in general the UI of the base, and kind of as we work on those things will come online gradually. We have that on our list of many things to do. So
yep, many things to do is right.
Yep. So another addition that's actually quite nice is these two buttons at the bottom. So one of them stops the base, and the other one is for retreating. And I don't think that's something community knows about, and we don't really expose it all too well. But actually, if you lose all of your mechs and pilots, or a substantial number of them, I think if you have one left, you will be able to use this button to retreat all the way to the mountain base. And that will allow you, that will give you 2 free mechs and 2 pilots to pretty much continue on playing on the same campaign instead of restarting completely. So, and those mechs will be of the same level as the last liberated promise that you have, so you can see that level in the workshop as well. So in this case, the highest level promise that we have is level 7, so you would get 2 free mechs that are level 7 and 2 pilots. That's something that's really nice in case you like really have an interesting campaign going and cool things happening and you really don't want it to just sort of all get wiped out. You can sort of continue that way.
It's like that's where the whiskey farm is.
Yes, the cologne.
No matter how many whiskeys Nikita loses, you can always go back and get more.
Yeah, let's see if we can grab maybe one of the bases in the other provinces. I know that bases drop loot as well, or projects, so we might get some interesting ones from there. The convoy there. Getting almost all the projects done as well, so should be able to.
Oh yeah. I was thinking we could talk a little bit about UI improvements in the Overworld, since we're in the Overworld now.
Oh yeah, sure. So right now we're experimenting with quite a few ideas, just in general, of what we want to do with the Overworld. So it's a good time for the community to give feedback to us for Discord of kind of what they're looking for in that part of the game, because right now it's pretty empty. So
Whiskey farm, you mean whiskey distillery, right? Yes, my mistake. Thank you, Seth. So yeah, like Nikita said, right now we are working on things to improve the overworld experience, so that it's not just you can just waltz into the enemy territory and sit there while you repair. So it's a lot more active and involved.
Yep. Yeah, because right now it's a bit too easy to just kind of waltz into the middle of enemy country or your country controlled by the enemy and not get confronted. That will change in the near future.
Who gets asked for more places to see the level of a province, so you don't have to zoom out all the way to see it? Maybe I think they suggested even if it only shows when you get close to the border of a province. It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Take a note of it.
Martin asked, will there be roads between settlements?
I don't think that's planned so far, but there is definitely convoys moving around between settlements. So there is like some infrastructure that's there, but right now it's not visible on the actual map.
Like, so one thing that's kind of fun is that convoys will, or one idea is that convoys traveling between settlements versus patrols, which change direction. Like they aren't traveling directly between two settlements. The convoys, they're transporting like stuff from one place to another, so that's why they're traveling in that straight line, versus the patrols, which are patrolling around trying to look for people to fight or look for enemies, which is us. And yeah, there's some ideas that we have that we're working on that make use of those two things.
Yep. Yeah, all of those things sound like really good additions to the game.
Okay, let's see what Nikita's gonna pick this time.
Yeah, so I'm bringing an axe heavy mech, then ultra heavy beam mech, and switching some equipment on my other mechs just at the moment, based on the kind of loot that we got. So I equipped the new shield that we managed to get, and I think, let's see, what do we have? So we have a really good Nox upper and an MMG, so I think I will give Whiskey instead of an assault rifle. It will be a bit heavy, but that's a really good MMG, so we'll go with that. And then, okay, that saber weapon is also pretty sweet. So I might, instead of going with the axe approach, I might give them the saber instead. See how much damage does it do. So direct damage, so it's 210, and then saber does mostly incendiary damage. So we really want to pair it with something that does the same damage, but I don't think I have anything in my inventory that does it. Oh no, we do have. We have this tracer round weapon, so we might want to combine those two. Experiment a bit. Let's see, maybe we can do like a fire team.
Did you have another incendiary project in the workshop?
That is the one that I've just built.
Okay. I'm wondering if you had a second one. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, we're already here, so we can't.
Yeah.
Go build
It's
something.
a bit too late to change our mind. So let's see. I will equip. So it's a level 6, level 7. Okay, so this would be a better choice. Chunky missile launcher, but not today. Then I equipped one of the new missile launchers as well that we've built, and that's, let's see, left item. So that is the one shot, which is the really nice one that shoots one big missile. So this will be, so the plan is we have Whiskey as the general damage dealer shield unit that will protect our mechs and sort of deal some damage on the side. Then we have our heavy laser handgun mech, piloted by X-Ray, and they will sort of try to just line up the units, get rid of the cover. I think that will be their main idea. It's an enemy base, so we can afford to level it. And then we'll try using the saber in combination with the Incendiary Repeater to overheat some mechs. So I think Mike and Juliet will sort of work together to achieve that. We'll see how it will go. It's level 12 versus level 8 units, so might end very poorly, but
that's just par for the course.
Part of the course. So that's the deal you get by joining the crew. Oh, and the sad music started playing.
Already?
The battle hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, why did we get the sad music?
Don't know, but that's what we get. Okay, so we'll clean this area of any structures, and we'll do something like this. This will clear that area. Then we want to... So it's very important to make sure that both Mike and Juliet can be in position to do their thing. So we want to get them sort of close to the enemies, but getting them there at the same time. I think the beam stops shooting there, so Mike should be safe. Then... Okay, so... Do they have an ultra heavy? No, they have a minigun. Actually, what do they have? So it's 2 shield units, looks like a defense squad, and then a leader with a minigun and 2 guardians protecting them. Should be okay, there will be reinforcements, but they're pretty tough. So you need to be careful.
The predictive core already knows the mission outcome, that's why there's the sad music.
That mission ended badly, we just don't know it yet. Okay, basically well... Jump on top, and then... Let's see if we can focus this mech. So they are... firing around here. And then I think the Incendiary Repeater has guided projectiles. I haven't used it in a while on stream, so it will be cool to show it again. So you can actually queue up quite a few actions with it and start shooting early, because all the projectiles that we do shoot will just guide to the enemy. Sadly, Mike will not be in position yet to make use of that, so we'll just get them there for the next turn. Okay, let's see how this plays out.
Much damage yet. There it is, the build up.
Yeah, we'll start ticking up.
Getting... Okay, there we go. Not bad.
Okay, the incendiary bullets are guiding on the target. Oof, I missed that. This is very bad.
Oh yeah, you're just getting standing on that roof.
This was a very poor choice.
Wow, that's a lot of
that was an oversight. Okay, this is maybe the predictive core has been right about the outcome being bad.
Yeah, all those hits from that minigun.
Yeah, without the additional thermal weapon, it will be quite difficult to make use of the saber. So they don't do as much damage just on their own. Suppose we'll see. But this is not good.
Yep.
And those are pretty tough units. Should cue the music for Whiskey solo escape.
Oh, it's too early for that. Are we still gonna fight, or how many turns until retreat possible in 5 turns? Yikes.
Nice gap. Okay, maybe we can take out this in like ultra heavy unit with our ultra heavy unit, because they're running towards us and then just standing still, so we might try to just burn them up completely. And then this unit is meleeing. and we'll just run them. Okay, I suppose we'll see how it goes.
Okay, let's see this ultra heavy battle here.
What is this unit doing? Okay, they're just getting in position. They have LMG, so they will try to get close to us, but they're quite heavy.
Okay, let's build up the damage.
It's okay. Yeah, it's only just on their own, it only builds up 45% heat, which is not enough to do overheat damage. You know what, I think next turn I will try to move around and maybe shoot at this unit as they're firing. They will start overheating quite a bit. Oh no.
Oh, no, there's... Oh boy.
I didn't look for that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
4 turns to run away.
Let's see if we can dash to the side.
That's a lot of damage.
The damage is okay, the concussion is what's what gets us. Can't afford to have another unit just lying there concussed. Okay, this will end poorly. This wasn't the plan at all.
If it was just these 3, I think you could definitely do it, but then with reinforcements coming, that's...
Yeah, it will be tough.
Man, Riley was so smart. He already had the sad music coming on. He knew it.
Music is the real indicator of the combat outcome. Okay, we can... Oh! Oh! Ah, so close. We'll almost have their... Oh no, that's our mech. When we triggered reaction from the turret.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh indeed, Jared.
3 turns. I think it's possible to get someone out of there.
New record. Lose half of the team in 3 turns.
You're trying to laser both of them in that line there?
Mm-hmm. Just trying to get Whiskey out of the way first.
Very considerate of you.
Ah, and the reinforcement came in. Good to the hip. Okay, it looks like it's an attack squad with shotgun missiles and beam. What kind is this? Unsworn. Okay, so that's a heat thermal beam. Should be fine. I think it's pretty short range. Oof! The building is the back is not having fun.
Nope. Okay, let's see. Yeah, if you can get that line, it's not too bad, except for those other reinforcements coming from behind will be a problem.
It's a tough fight. Definitely not an easy one this time. Okay, no, that's not good timing. I made the AI too good.
I don't know. I think you just missed that first shot there.
Yeah.
That first turn.
Oh, cool.
Getting...
This mech is ejecting, so that's good.
Okay, it's one.
Oh no. Oh, they were fine. For a second, thought that they lost their weapon. But they will lose their weapon eventually. It's pretty low health. That is not good. What does chat think? Will we win or will we lose?
Yeah, well, I think chat always thinks that you're gonna lose.
Not very supportive of them. There's also another round of Brigade Portland, so they're probably not wrong. They are probably not wrong.
Pretty challenging from here.
Yeah, let's start sort of creeping our way to the retreat zone.
I feel like maybe take out like the minigun and then cut your losses and get out of there.
Yeah, that's not good. Very not good.
Martin Waksberg says they think that the building should Tetris, so if you remove the like one floor, then the floors above the floors above just go downwards but still block line of sight, but they don't explode.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah, and Puga says never question the predictive core's music choice.
Let's try it. Oh no! Whiskey! No! No, move!
Oh no, of all ways. And the legs.
Is that how it ends? Okay, let's see. Maybe we can move the beam.
Yes, that was a big self beam.
Big oof. Mega oof.
Doesn't get much worse than that, where your own mech is the one that like takes out all your legs and it.
A lot of oversights today. Not good. Not good, Jared. Not
well,
very...
you're the one who's driving, so.
I know. Maybe all of that defense of the buildings and not overheating at the start of the stream. Not good.
Put us on the wrong path.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikita wasn't true to his nature.
And look what where that got us.
This is not looking very good.
Yep. Okay, Whiskey's crashing, so they will just stay here and then get still a little bit more damage from the beam. Then they will stand up and dash, and then we can probably start. Did you dash again? Okay, let's not do this. They will limp away.
Whiskey made him drunk with power, and now he's floundering. If I don't disagree.
That's a neat trade-off. So because of the column here, and this unit was standing here, and they shot with their rifle, their projectiles hit the column, whilst my unit managed to fire around it.
Oh.
So,
nice. because you're right-handed.
Well, both of them are right-handed, but like the way they were positioned, right? Because
because
they're
both of them are right-handed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you put them together, like I can shoot on the left while they try to like hit on the right.
Ooh.
So.
Good play. Credit where credit's
the
due.
only good play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whiskey retreat.
Get out of there, X-ray.
Yeah, we're definitely not dealing with strike teams.
Nope. Yeah, this is too many for you to handle.
No, thank you. Not today.
Commander, the base is circled to the perimeter. We're ready to pick up the squad if needed. The enemy will hold the site if you do so.
Finally! We'll be there in no time. We're sure not retreating. So all as planned.
Yep. That's like when you order your food delivery and it takes way longer than it's supposed to. It stays at 20 minutes. It said that it's going to be coming in 20 minutes for 20 minutes.
But Commander, we thought we were taking over this base. We started unpacking our stuff already. No! Back it all back up! we changed our mind. We found a better base.
Okay. Yeah, at least it's not just one mech limping to the retreat. This is much better.
They upgraded to retreating as a team.
Yeah, this kind of retreat is definitely better than the other kind.
Okay, well, we'll start another gun.
Uh-oh. Well, that just means he's faster, right?
Yeah, the Sun's form, they just timed it right where I didn't have, like, I was overheating with the ultra heavy, and they like blinked me with one shot, and it did the job. That's the danger with the heat weapons. AI is pretty conservative with how they use heat, so it can be challenging to overheat them. But I usually run my mechs very hot, so it's premium targets for overheating weapons.
Yep. Yeah, it's Nikita's weakness.
Run, Whiskey, run! Or limp!
Limp to... Oh. Okay.
Limp to
Yeah, you
retreat.
can get out from there.
Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, we're out. Ha! Nobody to hit here.
Yeah, you're gonna be really exciting is if when you got to the retreat zone, you needed to like get extracted by drones, and you could still get hit while you were leaving, or something like that.
Could be interesting.
Well,
all of that good equipment can save maybe one piece. Let's see. Didn't like that weapon. Didn't serve us too well.
Yeah, I didn't like that weapon anyways.
I do want the arm back. Or actually, I'll recover 2 of those. It's cheaper. Yeah, generally, like if you are losing, evacuating mechs while they're still intact is. Oh, that's interesting. We can evacuate or recover parts from that concussed mech. But it's generally much cheaper to get stuff when it's intact, so you want to try to keep stuff intact, even if you're retreating.
Yeah, you just have so few budget.
You can still salvage quite a few things. Like if you don't let them get destroyed, you can usually get 4 parts back, which is quite nice.
Well, I guess that was a little bit too.
Yep.
A little bit too far, too deep into enemy territory. Nikita's not ready for the speed run route this run.
No, not this week. Not the week we do the speed runs. Let's go back to this province. See what else. These fights went pretty well for us, so maybe we can take out some units here. Ooh, the draft. Oh, interesting. That's the same scenario, but in a different province. Let's see. So we went through the messages. Let's investigate it. See where it leads us. Which province is this? So level 10 versus level 7. I don't know if we can do the draft in this. Might be too difficult. Well, we can give it a try. See how it goes. Okay, chasing leads. Got to the base. Does chat think we can do it? Or should we just politely decline, donate, and move on?
What will happen if we decline?
If we just decline, then like we'll lose hope in that province.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, and we can always like gain some hope and donate some supplies, which could be nice. We haven't even started liberating this province, so that might give us like a slight head start by sort of doing events in other provinces rather than the current one. It can speed up our progress later on. So
will stealth insert cover the level spike?
so it will not spike the level, but it's a different scenario. We can try it if chat wants. So whoever posts the message first, do we politely retreat, or?
I think Pugas wants us to do some stealth.
Okay, let's do the
stealth. What I've seen in chat earlier.
Oh no. Okay, we're not saving people from the capital. We're not ready for that fight yet.
Oh wow, they're at the cap.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Yep, not well.
Don't. Oh no.
No. Okay, we'll politely decline.
Unless you want to save scum your way to.
Nope. No saves coming. Let's see if we can get there, and I don't remember, can we even decline it if we go? Okay, let's do this event instead. Quickly bail. So we got a signal and we managed to decode it. There's a whooping of victory from one of your pilots, and your squad gather around her. Bathed in glow of the blue screen, the sight that sits in front of.
I think that's done it, she says. Looks back at you.
Yeah,
Sorry. I'll just. It's actually really hard to not say the parts that are not the quotes.
She looks back at you.
Take a look, boss. Looks like we got ourselves a defector.
Is that right? I got the part wrong as well. She says the pilot besides you.
Yep, they say they've got some valuable intel for us. Could be bogus, but if this intel really is valuable... Okay, let's see.
We'll see. See, where's the location? Okay, so it's this radio station here. Okay, let's see how we do here. Okay, on approach. You approach an isolated radio broadcast tower. It appears eerily calm, and yet base is picking up too much seismic noises to detect if there are mechs nearby.
Bit worrying, isn't it?
One of your pilots says, and you in hushed tones.
Not sure how we should approach this.
Stake
out, recon, or charge.
Risk small squad size to lower the chance of fight. Fatigue, flanking advantage in combat. Okay, what chat thinks? What should we do?
Oh, Martin also says that when you were looking at where the rescuing the civilians was, you clicked on liberate the capital, which is why I pointed to the capital.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for a second, but we'll... Okay, that's good. Maybe we can do another fight after this one, then. Try doing the stealth, if we'll have enough time. So, what chat thinks? What do we want to do here?
Stake out... what's like the easiest one?
So,
apart from leaving.
Yeah, so there is a chance we can do recon, which has a chance of... I don't remember how this event exactly is configured, so I suppose we don't know. Like,
let's try recon. He who is pale ask for recon. Let's do that.
Okay, let's try recon. Oh, very nice. 2 of the mechs in the squad go in, retrieve the defector quickly and quietly.
Can't see anyone.
They
Eyes on
report.
the defector.
It's not long after you see them sneaking back to the base, flanking the enemy soldier.
I didn't know if you'd get to me in time.
She says, relief evident on her face.
I promised information in exchange for this extraction, didn't I?
She hands a sheaf of paper, and you unroll them to find valuable industrial blueprints. She's also brought some supplies from the station with her.
Wow, very helpful.
Oh, I actually... Let's see if we... Oh, we didn't get the blueprints. Let's see... The radio station... Oh no, yeah. This something for this event is... as in the next update, the defector will actually give you projects. So all the industrial blueprints and invader secrets can be yours.
Ooh, that would be really nice.
Okay.
Not yet. Okay, so this is in...
Yeah,
what level is it?
Yeah, so this will be level 10 against our level 8, I believe. So... Convoy Central. Okay.
Try that stealth.
Yeah, let's try the stealth approach. The stealth approach. As you give the go-ahead to the guerrilla team to start the diversion, the Phantom Brigade makes ready to tackle the remaining guards left behind. We'll see you at the... Oh, Serpent.
We'll see you at the rendezvous point, Commander.
Says the guerrilla agent.
Let's get these people home. Signing off.
Okay, let's give this a try. We don't need that. All of our mechs are so damaged. Okay, I know what this mission is, so we'll need some... We don't even have any... Okay, we'll need some to rejigger some units. We need stuff from them. We'll need this shield, and we'll... Okay, Whiskey will... Yeah?
Thanks for the heads up, Martin Roxburgh.
Yeah, thank you very much. Show the assault mission. Okay, Whiskey is good. And then I suppose we can go with the artillery unit, they're pretty light. Need something a bit heavier. These units are not very good. Do you have anything heavier that's still walking?
Red's a good status color, right? Right?
The more red you have, the better. Okay, let's change this unit and give them a... Okay, let's give them a heavy ship. That will get them to 14, and then... Whiskey here will get the other shield. Is it better? Has a ton of barrier. No, the shield is better. Okay, let's go with this. So we have Whiskey piloting one mech, and then we'll repurpose our artillery mech with Echo here. Can we give Whiskey a better weapon, actually? So we want something like an... Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. We want something like the assault rifles for this mission, not really an MMG. If we have a better one. Ah, this should do. Rifle, beam, blades. Yeah, let's go with this one. Should be good enough for this fight. So the MMG, swap that around. Or actually no, let's go with burst. I like burst a bit more. Okay, let's give it a try, see how it goes.
Yep. I believe.
Okay, so...
What? Where did the brigade come from? Patrol said the area was clean.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we need to get to this area and rescue the civilians, and that will take around 4 turns. And then we'll need to retreat. So pretty straightforward, let's see if we can do it. Oh no, there's another heavy unit.
Man, ultra heavies are so difficult. Very good at guarding things.
That's the point.
Yep.
Just stand still and deal damage.
Hmm. Yeah, at least Whiskey's the one that's going behind the cover a little bit on that hill.
Yeah, and they should be able to sort of duck and weave. And I equipped both of them with shields, so we should be able to make use of that. It's a bit more challenging because we don't have the support of tanks this time, so really we cannot just distract with these units and then let the tanks do the job. So and these units are a bit like well, not a bit, much tougher than the ones that we fought in the first in the Frontal Assault.
So what do you have to do to rescue the civilians?
So we need to
get that area.
Yeah, we need to get to that objective and wait on it for 4 turns. So I assume we're sort of like letting the civilians out of like trucks or something along those lines. Or like helping them leave the building and kind of escape. Because we have a missile unit as well, we can sort of shoot some missiles and just let them go and forget about them. Which is quite nice as well. Thankfully no reinforcements, which is good.
Nope, no hits. Oh. Oh, that's actually a lot of damage. Oh boy.
Oh, it's a barrier shield, so we can, if we soak up some of that damage and then wait for a bit, we should be able to recover most of it.
I don't know. I'm wary anytime Whiskey's getting shot at.
It's like flashbacks. Okay, let's dodge. It's a lot of firepower just kind of sitting here.
Yeah.
To be careful.
You can somehow convince them to shoot at your other mech and then running it around so they hit each other. That would be kind of neat.
That's what I'm trying to do with this one, where, like, as you can see, like, they will fire at the enemy mech.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they also have a missile/sniper mech. Let's get rid of it. So, they might cause us some trouble later on. We really don't want them to stick around. Missile mechs are one of those things. It's one moment they're completely fine and useless, and the other moment they're just annihilating you. Okay. See how this goes. Oof.
Uh-oh.
Some overheating.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not just barrier.
Yeah, this mech is not barrier, so... Whiskey is okay, like this will regenerate, but... Okay, we can team up with our units. If both of them stand in the zone, we'll double the speed at which we capture.
Ah. Oh, okay, that's useful.
So,
Yeah.
okay, and it looks like most of them are sort of on the other side, guarding the retreat point.
Mm-hmm.
So...
But I feel like if in 2 turns they might come this direction.
yeah, they will start making their way, and they have missiles and other unpleasant weapons.
Maybe you're trying to kite them around the right side of the map from here after you get through the.
Oh, that could work. Let's see how it goes. Okay.
Oh boy! Oh yikes!
Okay, that
well,
wasn't good. That wasn't good at all.
Literally just running away from now. Okay, well, let's just one more turn after this, and then.
Yep. Oh, did we fix the issue where you can't? Oh, you can't cheese the retreat zones anymore.
You can't do it. Oh, okay. Well.
Okay, well, hold the ground.
I guess your other mech doesn't need to be there, right?
Well,
But,
we'll hold
they
the
can help
ground.
shield each other. Yeah. Are there any missiles in the air?
I don't know, but whatever flying our way, we hope we will hold the ground. Okay. The cover will also be gone in a couple of turns. At least right now, like, the cover is helping us, where it's soaking up most of the damage. Okay, you actually need to be protecting against this. What weapon do you have? Nope, we don't want any of that. Let's see, so this unit is firing at this unit first, so we can shield against them. Then we start getting fired by sniper rifle, we'll shield against them. And then we'll switch back to shielding against them. And then we'll actually move them back a bit so Whiskey can step in and protect.
Block the flank side, yeah.
Whiskey attack. Whiskey protect.
Yeah, well, we can. Yeah, I guess shield bash to stagger. It's a suggestion from TR Kyle, but yeah, I guess later on when we.
It's not as easy. All of them are heavy, and we boosted the damage from colliding with stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
The entire barrier.
I way underestimated how much damage they will deal to that shield. Can we do it?
Take turns taking the shield, the minigun damage, I guess.
Yeah, and we're only to 2. Okay, so there's no point in keeping both of them there, so we can probably bait the minigun to fire somewhere else. Maybe like start using up some of this cover here and then keeping one unit like looping them around. Okay, so if we dash here, dash there, so that should take out quite a bit. Okay, is anyone firing this unit? Okay, this unit is firing at them and they have shotguns, so we shouldn't worry too much. Chat, does chat think we will win? Or they lost all hope after the last couple of battles?
Well, I don't have much hope. We need to see.
Oh no.
I have a little bit of hope. I don't think it's impossible. Need a bit of luck.
Luck is not what we need. We need guarantees, Jared.
Making up for lost time since you saved all those buildings on the earlier map, I see. Yeah, this looks pretty spooky. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, wow, got away. Cool. Okay, only 200 on the barrier, not too bad.
Okay, we just need to keep whiskey out of it. Okay, let's
Yeah, that minigun is also not moving, so it's gonna be pretty hard to get back to the retreat zone.
yeah, they're sort of standing right at the retreat zone there. And we have one more turn in this zone, so we need to figure out a way to sort of... This shotgun mech as well is kind of closing in, so we cannot even just like make it in and then... Like, we need to cap it at this point. We cannot wait for another one, otherwise the shield mech will just be a non-stop problem. Okay, so this looks fine, and then the sniper mech and the shotgun mech are focusing this unit. This bit of cover will hold on until the end of the turn, I think. And then what we can do is wait until all the fire is gone, so around... this point here. Let's see. Okay, so we could probably start moving around here. And then shield throughout all of this time, just in case. And then we will run to end up right in the zone at the end of the turn. And that should cap it.
And I guess with the other one, you're hiding behind the wall
we'll
to avoid the shotgun.
Hide and then... It's a quite different mission from the previous, like the Frontal Assault one. Like the Frontal Assault is all about this like collaboration with the guerrilla forces, while this is more about like trying to figure out how to hold the point against tough enemy, because there's nobody distracting the nobody to distract the enemies.
Yeah, with just 2 units, it's pretty tough. Okay, not bad.
Got a little bit of damage. I was hoping like the shield would get a little bit more time to regenerate.
You didn't get to the zone though.
I miscalculated the dash. I thought that we'll get there.
They might not be attacking that much this turn.
Yeah, but there's now this shotgun
is.
mech, which is annoying.
Can you shield bash it because you're like in the zone?
They're heavy, so I will.
Oh, they
crash,
also have a shield. Yeah.
And I will take quite a lot of damage from them. So it's not at this point. I really don't want to just like lose my shield from shield bashing. So, but is anyone attacking this unit? If they're being attacked at the start, so maybe we can run here and then wait until the attack passes.
Yeah, that looks fine.
And then move in. Okay, and we could probably move in like closer to the middle, just to be sure. And then what Whiskey will do here is...
After the dash, you kind of need to get back behind cover.
Maybe you can start moving Whiskey away.
Well, after this turn, you'll want to be getting back to the retreat. So I'm thinking, yeah, like that way, and try to get cover. Oh,
yeah, it should be fine.
okay. But that shotgun is gonna hit you from the behind.
These two units just camping there, firing away.
Yeah, there's pretty much no cover going back to the retreat zone, so that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's like we could maybe duck through this like trench here, or our alternative way sort of try to go through this.
Yeah.
And I might like split them maybe, though both of those units running here, so you might be right in terms of like going through here and there's a ton of fresh cover still intact. So yeah, let's cap it and then move around and see how that goes. Okay.
See what happens. Okay. Oh, that's not too much. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Wow. You got through that building
very quickly.
Okay, well, you got the extraction, so...
I need to save the shield that Whiskey has. If I lose the shield, it will be bad times. So I'll probably dash here. And then the shield will rotate to this side, so it will not get damaged. And then we will just run, and then do a little bit more running. And then... let's see. What do I want to do with you? Okay, you're being attacked here. Yeah, actually, we'll just go here. Try to go around, maybe like there is still some cover there, so that can protect us. Not get too many shots. Okay, let's try this, and then we'll dash again. And
find that other cover, yeah.
Yep. Rejoin. Okay. Okay, shield still intact. Ooh, okay. Sniper shots bouncing. Missiles flying.
Wow, okay. This is not too bad. Now we just need to get past these two last guys guarding the retreat zone.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfetti Dude Guy says, hey, I caught the Mecha Monday stream. Just want to drop by and say I really like this game. It's super fun. As of a few patches, I get weird stuff with collisions and tackling as if weight classes don't evaluate properly. But they love this concept of the game and it is super fun.
Oh, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, if you run into these issues, you can submit a bug report with Shift Tab. So if I press that, I'll get a feedback form, and you can mark it as bug and set the severity and send it to us, and we'll investigate to see what's happening.
Yep. Yeah, thanks for being here. And like very kind words.
Yep, it's good to hear that you're enjoying the game.
That dash shield bash through the cars should be your new example of relative mech size for anyone who asks.
Oh yeah, like tiny car, big mech.
Okay, not sure how. Gonna have to figure out to navigate around this terrain. Okay, they're both attacking that. Why don't you just Yeah, like hide for now, and then let Whiskey get through since Echo's being targeted. Then hopefully they attack Whiskey while Whiskey's trying to while Whiskey escapes, and then you can attack. Then you can get in with Echo.
Yep. Let's see how this goes. The goddamn strike team and the shooty from behind team really working in tandem here. Cause me problems.
Does raising any shield raise weight class by 1, or does the shield need to have a certain weight? Okay, I'll let you explain that after this turn. Okay, yeah, you're.
Okay,
that's
so
not too bad, yeah. Oh, they're still attacking it, yeah.
So does raising shield raise weight class by 1, or does shield? So having a heavy shield will bump the weight class if your weight class is already quite high up. So let's say because it has mass, as all other things. But then actually using the shield action, so raising it like this, will give you +1 stability. And stability is sort of like a buff to when you're going against certain things. So, for example, a light mech has stability of 1, then a medium stability of 2, a heavier stability of 3. And then having a shield up will bump it up to 4. Or bump it by 1 from whatever stability you have at the moment. And then there are also weapons that reduce stability, and when stability reaches 0, your mechs crash. So usually, for example, if 2 mechs of the same weight collide, then their stability resolves to 0, so both of them crash. Then if you're heavier, then let's say your mech is heavy and the opponent's mech is medium, then the opponent will crash because they get to like 0 before your mech. And then the opposite is true as well. And then some of the weapons can reduce stability. So for example, if you see a very heavy mech, you can use one of the destabilizing weapons, like the axes, for example, that the community quite likes, where you can destabilize them and either knock them down with a shield or continue hitting them with that weapon, and eventually they will crash as well. So there's quite a few options that how you can get or deal with enemy mechs when it comes to collisions and crashing.
Yeah, maybe Echo won't make it out. I guess we'll find out. But it does look like.
Whiskey.
Oh, okay. That's Whiskey should be able to get out of there, and the barrier's regenerated pretty fast, like you were saying.
It's not a good bit of cover. It's too.
Yeah. Maybe farther away. The problem is, like, every step you go farther away, it's gonna be another extra turn to get back the other way.
Well, this is the shield hand, right? So even if I don't put the shield up, the shield will take most of the damage. And we're a bit out of range, so that shouldn't be too painful. So my hope is, like, maybe I can clear this cover and then wait for a bit with the shield up, just in case, to soak up whatever other damage comes my way.
And then go forward after he's done.
Yeah, and then go forward. So it's around here. And then maybe even dash, just to get as much ground covered as possible. And then we'll dash here and do the same thing that Whiskey did. Maybe even as Whiskey is running, now he's in range. So maybe we can get the legs on that unit.
Ooh, taking a little bit of a risk here.
Okay, so as they're running behind, so we'll be shooting them in the back, which means that the legs will take most of the damage when you're shooting units from the back. And then Whiskey can maybe... Yeah, so Whiskey will do nothing after that. Just hide behind the rock.
Running away. Yeah.
Yeah, running away. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And then, okay,
Oh,
cover
did you-
8.
Oh, nice.
Cover.
I think you got the legs too.
Yep, got the
Whiskey
legs.
got the legs.
Oh, I'm got the gun as well.
Nice. Wow, that's actually pretty good.
Yep. But we'll still retreat. Not in the position really to fight.
Okay. That other line is from something really far away, right? So it's probably okay.
Yeah, it's a shotgun.
Yeah, okay. Actually seems pretty possible.
Yep. Just barely, with some careful maneuvering and planning. Okay, this doesn't look good though. Well, maybe. Let's see, maybe the shield can. So we'll get to here. And then dash the shield up.
Wow, yeah.
And then do some running.
Maybe you don't need to. You aren't extracting whiskey just yet, right?
Yeah, but they. No, well, we can keep them there, but.
I'm thinking like just in case so they have another target to hit, that might help.
Oh, speed max dodging bullets.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, it's one hit.
Almost.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Almost
they're still attacking that guy, not whiskey.
Well, whiskey is retreating, so they don't really need to attack them.
I was thinking like if you could bait them into attacking whiskey, and then whiskey just presses retreat, and then at least that'll save like one hit. Yeah. Oh, look at whiskey helping his friend.
It's too late. They're shooting at the start, so whiskey cannot get this there quick enough. So we'll just extract them.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this.
Hopefully the legs don't break. No. Okay, good. Yeah, excellent. Got with the dash.
Yep.
1 extract, 2 extract.
Great success.
Wow, that was
Victory.
pretty good.
Whew, cutting it close, but
yeah, proved all the doubters wrong. Take that, doubters.
okay, we'll take our Bane arm back, or salvage it at least. Okay, a day's work. Give the area a final sweep as your team ushers the confused civilians out of the hot zone. All of them are unharmed. Safe and sound at least. You hear a civilian's hushed voice through the headset, crackling through the static.
I can't believe it. The Phantom Brigade. Come on.
Says your pilot.
We should escort them back to the rendezvous point.
Okay. Let's
Yay.
deliver them to the rendezvous point.
Successfully did the mission in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think it is a good time to wrap up. As always, if you have any other questions... Oh, hold on. We got this.
Yep,
we got
marching from. You meet up with the guerrillas at the rendezvous point. All around you, people hold each other tightly in relief.
I wasn't sure about contacting the brigade at first,
says the guerrilla agent.
But I'm glad we did. These good folks won't have to march under an enemy banner thanks to you.
You thank him for his aid and leave the civilians in the care of the guerrillas, who prepare to escort them back home. Okay, time to journey on. You're saying probably a good time to wrap up as well.
Yes. Perfect time to wrap up. With a victory, too. We didn't have a... Whiskey Jr. still around. Whiskey Jr. was participated in all the fights, the ups and downs, but is still kicking.
Yeah. It's been a good stream. So this update, as you've seen, we're doing the draft scenario, which has 2 outcomes. Give it a try, see if you manage to escape. And then we also have the assassination scenario, which we didn't show, but it's pretty intense. so you better get prepared before taking it on. And then a bunch of objective indicators that you've seen, as with the capital, and the workshop that we showed as well. Really nice holograms and visuals, so you can build more cool parts as you find them around the world. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. Thank you, Jared, for joining as well.
Yeah, and next time or next week we are having just a fun kind of like party game stream. So yeah, if you want to hang out with the BYG crew, we'll be doing some silly stuff, probably some Gartic phone and some other party stuff. So just a nice hangout time.
Yeah, sounds interesting. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thanks for being here.